Hi and welcome. You're listening to SOMAtalks. This is the space for both the mind and the body. I'll be the host, Agata Deras, and I'm really glad that you are all here, especially today, because this is the very first intro episode. And my mission today is to explain you the concept behind the SOMAtalks, to give you the reason why I decided to create it, and it's also about introducing myself. So this podcast is about the bridge between our bodies and our minds, how they speak to each other, how they are connected to each other, how they shape each other. Because oftentimes it happens in a ways that we don't even notice, but we always feel it somehow, we always experience it. So I created SOMAtalks because I believe in this interconnectedness of body and mind. In other words, we can call it psychosomatics. The word comes from ancient Greek, soma, meaning body, exactly. It also inspired me to create the name for the podcast, SOMAtalks. So these are the talks about the body from the mind's perspective. It's actually about understanding the way we feel, the way we think. It's about observing this and connecting it to the way we move, breathe, how we function as human beings. Each episode will explore this relationship from different perspectives, sometimes more through reflections, sometimes through tools and practices. Sometimes it will be just a space to slow down a bit, to reconnect, to get inspired, to learn something new. But please think of this podcast like a breath. It goes both inward and outward. It's happening both on the mental and physical level. Once you know a bit about the concept behind SOMAtalks, it's time to introduce myself. Hello again, my name is Agata, and I'm really happy to be here with you because it's always been my dream to create a podcast, but I've never known what would be the topic. In the recent years, I've been really interested in yoga practice, in meditation, in psychology. Recently, I found a very interesting quote in a book, Dopamine Nation, by Dr. Anna Lembke, and I read there, "We are constantly seeking to distract ourselves from the present moment, to be entertained." And I found out that it really makes us miserable. We seek for entertainment instead of being present with ourselves, being mindful, observing, feeling the life in its fullest form. And it's a very powerful tool that really brings us peace. It makes us happy. And I really experienced that. So 2 years ago, I found myself completely lost after a traumatic personal experience. And I tried to regulate myself only from the level of the mind. It means reading, trying to solve the problems intellectually, but it didn't actually work. So I decided to change the strategy and approach myself in a different way. I started listening to my body. I started the yoga practice that became truly healing for me. I signed up for conscious breath sessions, and since then, breath is present in my life on a daily basis. It helped me find the balance again. I've become completely passionate about being present. It may sound very simple, but it's so crucial in our lives, and very often we forget about it. We escape from ourselves, and this is what leads us to unhappiness. So it's an invitation for you to join the journey of learning to listen to both body and mind. So if you feel like you can relate to anything that's been said today, if you've ever felt disconnected or tense without really knowing why, or if you're just curious about your emotions, the way you function, the way you are as a human being, I just want to reassure you now that you are in the perfectly right place. So episodes will drop every 2 weeks, starting very soon in June. Some will be more meditative, others more practical, but they all will be inspired by the personal experiences, and the information that I will use will be scientifically proven. You won't need anything to join me, just a bit of your time, a quiet moment, just a willingness to take a look inward. I decided to record the podcast in English so that it's more available. At first, I will record the episode solo, but I leave an open space for the future format of SOMAtalks. I can't wait to share more with you very soon. Thank you for being here at this very, very beginning. I'm really happy to start this beautiful journey. And until then, you can stay updated by following social media. We have the Instagram account called SOMAtalks Podcast, where you can find out about the background of recording the podcast, about the basic information you might find inspiring. Until then, breathe, feel, and be kind to yourself. Until next time, SOMAtalks, Agata Daras.